Hi there, it's time for a bit of a story. So, a few weeks ago, UVS Games asked us which character kicked off our Universus journey. I went through the story of my first few games, how I learned the game, and my first character. And I asked you the viewers, to tell me your stories. To tell me the first character you came in with, how your first few rounds went, what the events were like, and how you felt playing them. A lot of people responded with who their characters were, and I'm going to try and go through and see which ones I can make content out of. But the first one was a very detailed story from a user called Miriomans. The first character they went out and actively built was Jin Kazama, part of the Tekken 6 set we got a few years ago. Back then there was very limited information around the card, and it was even harder to find them as it was a promo and you required 4 of them to play, as he was a character stacker. For those of you who have joined since Attack on Titan, character stackers are characters who use the same version of the character within the deck to pull off amazing abilities, and at the time you could also use different versions of the characters in your decks to gain different abilities. Miriomans goes on to tell me that his Jin Kazama deck was the first deck he built for Nationals. It wasn't the most optimum build as it had a lack of key cards required, but added some new attacks that were causing a lot of chaos in the meta, being Chimeric Abyss, which enhanced allowed you, if it dealt damage, to reveal X cards, X meaning the amount of damage it dealt, and play one of the cards revealed with no check required. This allowed Doncaster to rock up to Nationals that year, and allowed them to squeak in a top 8 finish, with their best win being against an opponent who had a lot of control over the game, put them into a position where they need to win that turn or they were going to die on the backswing, and using a Chimeric Abyss to reveal another Chimeric Abyss, and then revealing a multiple card on top of that, which allowed them to turn one attack essentially into about 5 or 6. This allowed them to take the win, and from a position where they were struggling quite a lot, and walk away with the victory against some very strong players. And then in the top 8 they got knocked out by Jack Lambon, who would go on to win the entirety of the event, which you never feel bad if you lose against the person that goes on to win it all. This was an absolutely amazing little story going on from here, and showing the kind of power of the sets that we had in the past, the chaotic nature of them, but just a great story from Miriomans here as to a character that they loved, an event that they took it to, and some examples of the great synergies and fun they had playing this game. I would love to get more stories, so if people out there want to tell me what their first characters were, what their first events they went to were, and how you felt playing the characters, and some of the stories that have stuck with you over the years, feel free to let me know, and I'll make a video just like this for you. I'll catch you all in the next one, and I'll see you at game night. Bye.